components of natural medicine is to basically reduce or eliminate excessive inflammation from the body, and in doing so, bring about healing. And that's fundamentally what we do, and there are different ways in doing that. Of course, the gastrointestinal system always plays a significant role as regards to that. So there are certain products that we carry at Batson and Associates, and there's a particular one that I wanted to highlight this morning for that said reason, which is a product we have called Inflammation Formula. And that's a liquid product, primarily grape or cherry based. And that's very good for dealing with inflammatory response, reducing inflammation. So persons who may have things like arthritis, a lot of pain in your joints, problems with your knees, you may have done ultrasounds or CT scans or MRIs, and the osteopath or whoever the doctor is would have informed you that, listen, we're seeing some osteoporosis, we're seeing some osteoarthritis, we're seeing some rheumatoid arthritis, and as a result of that, it means that you have inflammation in the bones. How do you deal with that? And Inflammation Formula, which is liquid, it has a good taste. There was a reason why that product was put together by myself, simply because we had so many persons coming to us with arthritis, with pain, and one of the key components of that product is an anti-inflammatory and something known as anthocyanins. And anthocyanins are chemicals or substances rather that give berries and cherries their bright color. So those anthocyanins are actually antioxidant in nature, anti-inflammatory in nature. So it would help someone who has a situation. So that's something that you could look forward and check out. We're going to have some information with that. One of the other products that I wanted to highlight as well this morning is a product called, it is a lignin product. The product is fundamentally good for dealing with a number of things. It's actually called Fountain of Life. And this particular product, which is also carried by Batson Associates. I actually was this product some years ago, like maybe about 10 years ago for myself. It was recommended for me to try it out by a colleague of mine in Barbados. Very educated individual. He actually runs a integrative clinic. He deals with other cancer patients and that type of thing. And he said, boy, Dr. Batson, I came across this thing. Take a look at it and tell me what you think. And when I looked at it, I looked at the research, I looked at the scientific preparation, what it is involved in. It has something in it known as lignins. So if you do research, you would realize that there are particular trees that have the ability to regenerate themselves very quickly. Spruce, pine, those type of trees. And the reason for that, so for example, if a pine tree loses a branch today, by next week, you will see the branch actually start growing back out, because those trees have chemicals or substances in them which have regenerative properties. Now, when you hear the word regenerate and regenerative, those are good words, right? Because it means that it actually is almost bringing back tissue, bringing back. It's like women, for example, when you go to the spa, they have regenerative facials, right? You might do a peel or some kind of thing like that. And the reason that is to actually regenerate the skin. So the same applies to the Fountain of Life in the sense that because of the lignins, it actually has the ability to do a number of things. The good thing about it, what I like about this product, it's easy to use, it's convenient. It's basically sublingual. So it's in a bottle and it has like a dropper. So you could actually shake it up and you take like about 5 drops, put it under your tongue. You leave it there for like about a minute and then you could drink like about 4 to 8 ounces of water. Excellent. Because it actually works sublingually. So it actually gets into the gastrointestinal system and helps with absorption. There was a testimony that I actually got from a client because I deal with a lot of persons who have diabetic ulcers and wounds and that type of thing. And this particular lady, Shakil, do we have that testimony on our page? Did we get a testimony from the lady from St. James who had the problem with diabetes and it had pictures with the stuff under her heel? We don't have that? No, but we need to work on that. We're supposed to have that, man. So you'll find out from Miss Roma and them. Right? That was, it really helped in rejuvenating and helping the body to heal faster than normal. So who would benefit from that? Diabetics, people with hypertension. It's also very good for stroke patients because I found it really helped with circulation, not only pulmonary circulation, which is circulation above your heart, but also systemic circulation, which is circulation below the heart. Keep in mind, we are live on our social media platforms. We are live on Facebook. On Facebook, we are Batson and Associates Limited. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. So let me just say a pleasant good morning to some persons. Mr. Kamla Samaru says good morning, Dr. Batson. Ms. Rashida Mohammed, good morning, Dr. Batson. Pleasant good morning to you guys. Ms. Pinky Pinks, good morning, honey. Have a wonderful and blessed, productive day. Thank you so very much for that. Ms. June Jatan, she says, morning, blessed morning to you, Doc. I am locked on. Blessings to you. Thank you so very much. Ms. Kamla Samaru, can it work for nerve regeneration? Yes, it can. Making reference to the fountain of life there. Yeah, because one of the things that it actually has the ability to do, and I'll tell you too, because I would have pulled a teeth recently that was a jaw teeth wisdom. And you know the fellas and they don't like to come out. This one gets some real trouble. But I had to remove it simply because the teeth wasn't bad, but I had something called it's pericarditis or something like that, which simply means that part of the teeth wasn't fully erupted. So piece of the gum remain over the teeth. And it usually causes problems because foods tend to get in the back there and cause problems, you know. So I constantly would have to be cleaning. And so I said, listen to me, because before this starts giving me problem in my golden years, let me just remove you. Yeah. So, and of course, everybody knows toothaches are not good. Anyway, the whole long and short of the story is that I was actually telling one of my colleagues who's working in Canada, and she was saying, but you have the fountain of life. Why don't you try to put some on your teeth? So I was like, girl, that'll work. She was like, yeah. So I really did put it, and it actually really helped. And so much so, well, I have to go back to the dentist today because it's 10 days after the stitching. And of course, you know, I'm going to look in my mouth all the time. And the clot is actually healing very nicely and that type of thing. So it does help with inflammatory situation. So check out our inflammation formula, which is part of our equilibrium line. And also check out the fountain of life, which is available at Batson and Associates. All of our offices, you can get some information. Great product, great product. As I always tell persons, if you think health is expensive, try sickness. A lot of times, we could have prevented a lot of things from happening to us simply because we were not minding our business properly. Over to you, Karen. We have a question?
All right, yes, we do have questions. And by the way, as mentioned before, this is interactive. So if you have a question for Dr. Batson, feel free to WhatsApp us on 299-4103. So this person is asking for information about chlorophyll. They've noticed that they're seeing more of chlorophyll on shelves.
Well, yeah, and that's quite good. I mean, I like when the public is aware of themselves and aware of health. They mightn't get it by me, but you want to get it by somebody and it's a good quality. Because potency and efficacy is very important. I don't make joke with those things. Chlorophyll is advantage. It's very good. There's one we carry at Batson Associates called advanced chlorophyll, and that was deliberate because there's a number of things that that product has, but chlorophyll has the ability to do a number of things. It's a mild detoxifier for the body. It's excellent for your liver. It's nutrient-dense greens, which means that it has a lot of minerals, so magnesium, manganese, selenium, chromium, those type of things, which of course would benefit diabetics. It's very good as a natural blood builder. It will help persons with constipation. We normally pair it with the Alkagen water. Alkagen water is a premium alkaline water that we carry at Batson and Associates. And if you know anything about alkaline water, and proper alkaline water, because we tell some people they're telling you have alkaline water and it's not that. But you have to know what you're buying, obviously. But what it does, it has something in it called ORP. ORP is an acronym for oxidative reduction potential, which is just a big scientific term to mean that the water has antioxidant properties. And the water also has minerals. Now you recognize that not all water is living water, because if they do something called reverse osmosis, they essentially kill the water. So because water, living water, is supposed to have minerals in it, calcium, magnesium, and different things. So you can check that out, and that's available at Batson and Associates. And Miss Elizabeth Nandlal says, can the fountain of life help with knee pains? Yes, it can. It most certainly can. Okay, so keep in mind we have a question, Karen?
Yeah, you have another question. Any natural remedies for T1 diabetes for a 13-year-old?
A 13-year-old, you're going to need more than natural in that mix, man. And that's type 1, which means the child is on insulin already. You're going to have to do a serious dietary change because, unfortunately, most of the things they have now that they call in food is rubbish. And this generation of children getting that. unfortunately. You know, their foundation is not as strong as people in the late 30s, 40s, 50s. You know, they born into a generation that had a lot of fast food and that type of thing. So obviously, I mean, I'm a medical doctor, wouldn't tell you this. Some of them might disagree with me, but that's quite fine. But they don't have good foundations. Their immune system is compromised. Their digestive system is compromised. Their musculoskeletal system is compromised. Imagine I have a 14-year-old that is full-blown arthritis that I'm dealing with right now. Full-blown arthritis. They can't even walk properly. 14 years, and they have arthritis since they're about 10. Really? So it just goes to show that, you know, we're really not doing what we're supposed to be doing. So as regards to that type 1 diabetic child, it's going to take some work, but once you put in the work, you're going to get the results. As it relates to supplementation, whether it be vitamins, enzymes, minerals, phytonutrients, proteolytic enzymes, whatever the case may be that I'm going to have to do or we're going to have to put together, then it would be advised that you come for a consultation. A child like that needs a proper consultation in order for us to help them properly. What I could say from the home aspect in terms of the diet, if you could introduce maybe quinoa in the diet, I'm already seeing a setup face, but it is gonna, not you. I'm saying they may be saying that because a lot of people say they don't like how it tastes, and I mean, I do find it tastes bad. You just need to learn how to cook. I'm not saying you can't cook, but maybe you need some help. So go on YouTube. After God is Google, after Google is YouTube, and you'll see they have recipes. But it's all a matter of changing the diet. You cannot have diabetes, especially a type 1 diabetic at 13 years, whether they think it's genetic or not, which most of the time it's not. It has nothing to do with genetic. It has more to do with the lifestyle than anything else. Eliminate soft drinks from that diet. Eliminate juice, water, and of course, get the vegetables. Have your green things, so like your lettuce, your kale, your callaloo, those type of things. And most of the time, when you hear those things, you get skin up face. But that's what they need to do. So I'll suggest you check us at the office. The telephone number for Shogunas is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Debe is the corner of Ramsamud Trace and the SS Erie Main Road in Debe. That telephone number is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. St. James is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. That telephone number is 220-81103. That's 220-8113. Over to you, Karen. We have a question.
That Prickers Texter just messaged in to confirm that 13-year-old is on insulin permanently.
On insulin permanently? No, the doctor tell you they're on insulin permanently. I am telling you, because permanently means for the rest of their life. I am saying to you, as a practitioner of integrative medicine with a specialization in internal medicine and clinical nutrition, that is not the case. That child could come off of insulin comfortably in about a year time. However, the diet has to be specific and it has to be adhered to. Most people eat things that they're not supposed to eat. All of us should be on a diabetic diet because a lot of people do not understand that a lot of things that they call food is not food. It's sugar. The food has too much sugar in it. A simple thing, for example, as soft drink, let's say that. Usually, grams on labels, if you see every 4 grams of sugar is equivalent to about 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar, average around there. So if you see in juices and the juice tells you it has 20 grams of sugar per serving, a serving in liquid is usually what? 8 ounces, right? So let's say that juice has 2.5 servings. So that's 8 and 8 is 16, 16.5, 8 is 4, so that's 20 ounces, right? So it means it has 2.5 servings. You need to multiply the 20 by 2.5, right? So that will give you what? 30, right? So if you divide 30 by 4, 4 could go into 30, what? 7 with the remainder 2, right? So that's 7.5 teaspoons of sugar in that bottle. Why are you drinking that? You're thirsty? Okay, good, fine. So if you want to continue being thirsty and drinking that nonsense, well then you're gonna succumb to a lot of issues. And some people might find that is condescending or I'm rude in what I'm saying because I heard that before. But that's not the case. You have to understand that you have to make any diabetic could get better. Take what I'm telling you. Any diabetic could get better. The problem with most diabetic people, plain talk bad manners. You all are too licorice. You eat things that you're not supposed to be eating in the first place. You're not supposed to. You cannot your body cannot process that amount of sugar. And we're talking about sucrose, which is not even sugar that your body's supposed to even be dealing with. It's not fructose. You didn't eat a banana, you didn't eat a grapes, you didn't eat an apple. You drank soda. Carbonated beverages are not good for you. If you drink a little club soda once in a while, you have a little upset stomach, okay, nobody will kill you. But that people just literally drink 4 or 5 glasses of soft drink for the day. Why are you doing that? That is not healthy. What vitamins it has in that? So once you understand that, especially as a diabetic, it means you need to change the way that you eat. Any diabetic could get better. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you, I'm not doing this today. It's 14 years I'm doing this. And I've helped thousands of people, but you have to listen. I always tell persons, it doesn't make any sense. You come to us. I'll take your question just now, Karen. Let me just finish this point. It doesn't make any sense. You come to us and you spend your hard-earned money. You didn't pick up your money in the road. You work for it. To waste your time and my time, our time, which we know time, you don't get back time. Okay? So let me say a pleasant good morning to our consultants. A pleasant good morning to Mr. Rene Bustamante, Ms. Karishma Ramdan, Mr. Paul Green, and Mr. Stefan Villalba. Those are the team of consultants that we have for now, and myself, in order to assist you. So feel free to give us a call. Karen, I'll take your question now, please.
Right, so we just have a few more minutes left. This person is asking for your advice. A 75-year-old with constant urinating. Is there anything you can recommend to help ease that?
Yeah, but the thing is, if you have constant urinating, which is usually referred to as urinary incontinence, I don't know, did they identify whether it's a male or female?
Female, 75 years old.
Urinary incontinence. So I don't know how active you are. Ideally, in an ideal world, you should be able to do some sort of exercises, even if it's Kegel floor exercises. You're never too old to exercise, but I don't know what is your current situation in terms of, your weight and your flexibility, mobility, that type of thing. I said, usually dehydration contributes to that as well. Some people, because of dehydration, actually causes you to urinate more. It might sound counterproductive, or it might sound like it doesn't make any sense, but maybe at our next program I could explain why that happens. Apart from that, there are things that we would have used to help persons with urinary incontinence, but we need to know the cause of the urinary incontinence. Is it structural? So is it that the muscles in the bladder are weak? Is it that the bladder is resting on something? Is it that you may have UTIs that never really, went, and as a result of that you had problems and that type of thing? So we need to determine cause, and then we would be able to help you. But we have helped persons with that situation before, definitely.
All right, so another question asking for some help for knee pain.
Okay, so help for knee pain. Inflammation formula, and there's a product we have called Omega with astaxanthin. Inflammation, pain in your joints is usually an indication. CMOS as well. We usually have in stock. Right now we're waiting to get. We have some really nice ones we'll be getting in a little bit. Really, really nice. And that's going to help, in dealing with a number of different issues that individuals may have. Because CMOS is a nutrient-dense food and is very good for assisting with bones and musculoskeletal health, that kind of thing. Keep in mind, we are live on Facebook. On Facebook, we are Batson & Associates Limited. On Instagram, we are Batson & Associates TT. So feel free to join us, share us, like us. Let me say a pleasant good morning to our Instagram family. We have Ja8 has joined us. We also have Rude Boy 876. Kerry Morph has joined us as well. Sexy Boney 6969. But I tell you, these Instagram names just kill me. So pleasant good morning to you guys. Yes, Karen, we have a question.
Yeah, so I guess you'll have to tackle this one in another show.
Mm-hmm.
So someone is asking that you talk about breast cancer and products that someone can use to replace chemo.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That is going to be our next question. And what I could say, you have a next point you're going to make, Karen?
Yes, any suggestions for hair loss? Well, to cure hair loss, not for hair loss.
Well, the thing is, if you have hair loss is usually an indication. People talk about genetic, but I mean, my father bald since Adam was a lad. Look my hair. And I am in my 40s already. So it's diet. It has a lot to do with deficiency. Most persons diets are deficient, and those who are actually taking certain things, your absorption is non-existent. So that's something that you need to pay attention. But with all those questions, what I suggest you do is give us a visit. Keep in mind that Shagona's number, which is head office, you can give us a call on 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Dede is 223-7515. And for St. James is 220-8113. You can call the 222-8261 and you can get information for all the offices. Keep in mind, we do have our special, that package where you get a 4-in-1, where you get your executive consultation. So you have your blood analysis, dry blood, live blood, magnetic resonance analysis, executive consultation, and your food detox. And take advantage of that. Keep in mind, we have our walk-in clinic days, which means you do not necessarily have to have an appointment. But keep in mind, if you want to do the blood, you should, and scan, you should have fasted for 2 hours. You have been listening to Dr. Jason Batson, the Senior Medical Director at Batson and Associates, supporting your health naturally. As we always say at Batson and Associates, if you think health is expensive, try sickness. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. To the listeners of 103.1 FM, always a pleasure in your company. I hope I didn't quarrel too much this morning. Be safe. Karen, thank you very much. Until next week, please God. God bless and be safe. Take care of yourself.
Thank you very much. You've been listening to Dr. Jason Batson during this segment brought to you by Batson and Associates. That was a paid.
Yes, so social media. Let me say a pleasant good morning, Miss Maria Cooper. Blessed morning to Dr. Batson on an even one on the live. Thank you so much. Ms. Judith Crawford says, good morning, everyone. Miss Anne-Marie Babb, good morning, Dr. Batson and Associates. Miss Elizabeth Nandla, Doc, those names on the Instagram are so funny here, girl. Miss Sonia McKee John, the best Batson. Thank you very much. So, guys, so you have, let me see if anybody on Instagram asks me a question. I'm trying my best to give Instagram people their fair play. All right. So Tish Bob says, Doc, what are your thoughts on... I seen a name there, but I don't know that oil. I understand that spelling first there would be most likely a brand. So of course with brands I'm very specific what I say. I don't want anybody sending any attorneys for me, and I have to return the favor. Tall Darky, good morning to you. Let me see if anyone else, Tisha's so Doc, carbonated water isn't good to drink. No, why are you drinking that for? Like CO2. What CO2 is? CO2 is a waste product. We inhale what? Oxygen, and we breathe out what? Carbon dioxide. Basic chemistry. Why are you drinking carbonated beverages? They're not good. They're just like cigarette. Even worse. To avoid you biting your tongue, trying to pronounce my IG name, Miss Samuel is fine. Yes, Miss Samuel. Miss De La Hennessy. I just get the De La Hennessy correct. The first one is Conisi. Well, you could break it down for me, Miss Dale Hennessy. Dele Hennessy, rather. No, it isn't a brand. It's not. Okay. Okay, well, I'll check it out and I will let you know. All right. Michelle George says, can you tell me how long I can keep the inflammation formula before it expires? Is it in your refrigerator, Miss George? Your inflammation formula doesn't last long. I have that inflammation formula in my fridge, which was deliberately left there for a reason, and that it lasted months. That don't spoil, sir. That don't spoil like that. The problem is sometimes you buy something and you put it down there. We know that this happened. It's in your refrigerator, shake it up. All you need to do, Miss George, yes, is that good man. Shake it up and drink. Drink. All right. So we will be taking our leave now. Keep in mind we have 2 programs to go. So we will be on Freedom 106.5 FM from 1:15. I think we have 45 minutes with them. Yes. So that's 1:15 to 2 p.m. And then we'll be joining DJ Mamu 2:15 to 3:15. And that's on DJMamuRadioTT.com. So we have lots of things coming up. We're going to continue speaking about the inflammation formula, speaking about the fountain of life. Check it out at Batson and Associates. That's something. Don't forget, it really does work. Michelle George says, my mom forgot it and she was supposed to bring it for me in Canada. Oh, so no, if she forgot it and which means she left it in the refrigerator wherever she was. No, that wouldn't spoil, man. That wouldn't spoil. Wouldn't spoil at all. Okay, guys. So again, those telephone numbers to get information on the Fountain of Life. Those of you who know somebody, that people suffering out there with pain. Pain, they're living on painkillers and damaging the intestine and not getting any help. So if you want to help them, let them know about Batson and Associates. They could always come, do the tests. Not because I'm speaking about product, because I used to hesitate some years ago to talk about products. Well, I didn't used to hesitate, but I used to tell people that I don't want to come across as if I'm just trying to push product on people, because that's not the type of person I am. Which is why we're so thorough when we do our tests and, when we're making recommendations. But if something is good and it has helped people, then I don't see anything wrong with recommending it. Look, the nerve restore. I spoke so much about that nerve restore. That nerve restore now is watch my people and everybody rating the product. When they use it, they get results. And that is one of the differences with Batson and Associates. We get results. Because years of experience, one of the best in the field of integrative medicine in the world, and I say that comfortably. So you're dealing with experience and you're dealing with someone who, one, loves what they do, and most importantly, understands anatomy and physiology. That's where my strength is. I understand the human body inside out. Inside out. I had no other choice but to do that. So as a result of that, we have the ability to help persons who want help. That's the most important thing. I always tell persons, and I say it without any shame. If it is you're not going to come and follow the program, if you're one of those persons who are not consistent, some of it is biting, I just rest it down there. Why, I don't know. I don't know if somebody giving all their money. You have to be consistent. Anything in life, if you're not consistent, if you don't get up and say your prayers consistently, your spirituality goes to the door. If you're not consistent in your exercise, you can't just go in the gym, join the gym and lift weights for 1 month and expect to get big and strong. Think the work so. It's a process, it's over a period of time. Consistency and discipline will get you way better than talent. Mitch George asked the question, what are the benefits of nerve restore? Girl, watch me. If it is you feel you're sleeping, no. You take a nerve restore and go and sleep. Watch me, girl. You watch me. You will get 3 hours of sleep using nerve restore, and you feel like you sleep for 10 hours. You feel rested. You feel rejuvenated. You feel like you could take on the world. Proper product. Yes, Shakila now said, I start back using that because I didn't use it for a while. Why did I not use it for a while, boy? We were low on stock, and I didn't want to use all the things because I was using all kind of things. But I really missed that product, and I started back using it a week now. Watch me, and I see not that I have problems with like unhealthy or I have a lot of health issues per se. But watch me, boss product. Inflammation formula, excellent. Miss Anne-Marie Bab is saying, Dr. Batson, I can say that the inflammation formula works. It works. It works. All the products we carry at Batson and Associates work. I'm a man when coming to doing things, I do things properly. I grew up old school. I eat a product I wouldn't give my dog it. But once it's good, we're going to recommend it. So yours truly, Dr. Jason Batson. It has been a pleasure. We take a little rest, we take a break, and then we come back at 1:15 to 1:45 on 106.5 FM Freedom. And I'll be joined with my boy there. What's his name, boy? I can't remember his name. I don't know.
Let's call him Mr. Discipline.
Okay. For some reason, the name is right on the tip of my tongue. But anyway, you will know who it is when he is Base. That's the boy, man. Base. Yes.
Before can I get to answer 3 questions? Quick.
3 questions.
Just 3 questions.
Shakila, I'm hungry. And go ahead with the 3 questions. Quick. Nerve restore is life. Never slept so good in all my life. Always have an extra bottle. Okay, good. Stafford asked the question, Doc, what treatment you have for herpes? All right. There are a number of things that we carry for that, There's a product, the inflammation formula will help. The silver or the mineral formula definitely going to help. We usually carry a product called immune formula, but we don't have that in stock until this first week in February. We should get that. All right. Michelle just says, I am using it and I usually get 3 hours of sleep. And I am not extremely tired most days. Thank you so very much, Miss George. All right?
I think you answered all the questions.
Oh, okay.
All
right, excellent.
Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome. So, guys, I'm going to get something to eat because I'm hungry. I can eat like people right now. Had an excellent workout this morning at the gym. God, watch me. Exercise is the best. Take right away. Exercise. If it is, you're not exercising right now, get good shoes. Exercise. It is going to help you. It doesn't have to be, you don't exercise a whole hour every day. Not everybody have that time. Even if it's 15 minutes, 3 times a week, do something. Move. Move. It is going to help you. Take my advice. Whether it's diabetes, hypertension, do some exercise, increase your water intake. Please, if you are in a position financially, the water is not $1 million, but you can buy the Alcogen water at Batson Associates, then buy it. 3 bottles. Try it. You will be satisfied. So again, God bless you guys. Remember, those telephone numbers for Shagonas is 222-8261. Get information on the Fountain of Life, also the inflammation formula. Okay, guys, God bless. Take care and look forward to those of you who will be able to join us from 1:15 to 2 o'clock on Freedom 106.5 FM. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.